What's one question customers should ask when buying a high-end pipe, but they almost never do?
Can I buy 10 more for twice the price?
I think this is a personal wish and not a question. So once you are buying a pipe from any of these guys or myself, it will smoke great. One of the things I like to talk to customers about is, I can tell them some more about like in the chamber, there's a certain shape that is created by the drill, and we have different drills to create different shapes, and they can, influence maybe it smokes a Virginia or something, you can talk about different thermodynamic realities in the chamber. But one thing that I wish customers would ask me, just for my personal gratification, is about how the shape was created. I would love to talk more about the creative process because you're getting a very nice smoking pipe. It will smoke really well if you buy from these guys. But I would like to tell more stories about this particular block and how it was created. I think that would be valuable to the customer. And don't be afraid to ask questions like that.
I don't know that I have an answer. I think Jared answered
well
enough.
It's good enough. Maybe ask me what color Power Ranger is my favorite one.
The point of this question is only one question. People should ask, but they almost never ask. Is the smoke good? I think this is most important question.
Is it a good smoking pipe?
It's a good smoking pipe.
To me, that's the question they don't need to ask.
Need to be buying pipes at
They don't.
prices.
I think the answer to that question, I should never be asked that question.
I'm talking about high-grade pipes.
I'm talking about high-grade pipes too. You should assume that it's going to be a great smoking pipe. I feel like I'm often asked questions that I think maybe shouldn't have been asked. I rarely walk away from an interaction with a customer thinking, I really wish they had asked this.
You're probably right because, your pipe definitely should be a good smoking pipe, right? But the thing is, if someone didn't know you well, they're going to make sure whether it's like, people like to pay a lot of money buy I won't say a Ferrari. They don't know this particular model. They're going to ask whether it will be draft friendly.
Yeah.
Make sense to you?
Yeah, but what I would say is...
But we're talking about art versus vehicles.
Or once they have particular requirement for a particular pipe.
If there was a situation where I was introduced to a customer was new and they had not purchased my work before, and they were asking me, is this a good smoking pipe? The answer is yes. But I'm also, I'm happy to talk about why. I engineer it in a certain way. The airway is a certain diameter. The mouthpiece is created with this particular tool to create the funnel so that the air volume is constant or slightly increasing towards the mouth to cool. I'm happy to talk about the engineering. So
Some more techniques.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about the technical side. But if somebody has smoked a pipe of any of us, it will never be a question again.
I will say one thing. I don't like the way calabashes smoke. And I did have one recently that I had to repair because it wasn't drawing a vacuum. There was air that would leak out. And that pipe wasn't smoking well. And so the customer sent it back and I repaired it, which I need to finish doing while we're here. Other than that, other than a calabash, I think every pipe should smoke very similarly.
Every good pipe.
Every good pipe.
So Jared's pipes and Todd's pipes and my pipes are going to... We've said multiple times that each of our pipes, you can just expect them to smoke well. But what that doesn't mean is that they're all going to be the same smoking experience. The smoking experience is different than how it smokes, right? So the draw for the pipe, how it feels, that's going to feel pretty similar because we all use similar internal dimensions. But my mouthpieces and Todd's mouthpieces and Jared's mouthpieces are all different to one another. We have different ideas about how it should feel in your mouth. All of those, each of us has arrived at the shape that we use for reasons that we think are important, that I think my mouthpieces are very comfortable, and I'm sure each of these guys say the same about theirs. And you can expect that they're going to feel different to one another. The smoking experience is going to be good and exceptional from all three of them, but they're not going to feel the same.
Yeah.
And even, I will say, even amongst my own pipes, there's variance. So if it's a long pipe, the mouthpiece is a little bit thicker. If it's fully bent, then the mouthpiece can be about as thin as it can be under any circumstances. So there's going to be variance. And that's what Jeff is talking about when he talks about the smoking experience. But the mechanics of how the smoke travels from the bowl to your mouth should be nearly the same.
Yeah.
I think what we're trying to do is draw maybe a fine line between two different ways of describing, or two different ways of describing something. One is smoking quality, and another is smoking experience. Yeah. And you can expect that the smoking quality will be exceptional for everything that we make, but the smoking experience will be different between all three of our work and also within our own work.
Yeah. I think I have a good answer for this question.
Let's hear it.
I think people should ask, is it possible for me to set up a time to sit down and talk with this particular pipe maker?
Yeah.
Right. That was the reason why we host this kind of event, meet you in person, and then to talk about details, whatever they are interested in.
Yeah.
Right.